Hey, what is up, fellow critics? Darnell here, back at it with another Farscape reaction. We're at season 1, episode 22. Yes, we finally got to the end of the first season. Definitely a very long season, but really good. I've been really enjoying this show. And yeah, the last few episodes has been crazy. There's been a lot of stuff going on. Been really enjoying it. So let's see what happens on this last episode of the season. So before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see this full-length reaction, check us out on Patreon. All right, let's go ahead and start it up.
Oh, you have got to be kidding. Tell me there is some...
All right, they're still there.
Rigel, please respond.
That was Rigel? What is he doing?
I beg you, respond.
What is he doing?
Whatever deal you cut with them, Grace will never honor.
That's all your people ever do is talk. I am a dominar of action.
Is really making a deal with them? Wow.
You want the one called Crichton? Well, I want my freedom. Interested?
Wow. What is Rigel doing? Is he really about to give them all up? I don't know. That's crazy.
It's a Trojan horse.
Won't cripple their operations.
And what if the transport is loaded down with explosives?
Ooh.
What if we blow the holy hell out of their nerve center? Would that buy us enough time for the rest of us to get away?
That would help.
Your offer was the capture of John Crichton in exchange for your own freedom.
And the Leviathan and the other.
Insignificant, Captain.
Oh, insignificant.
Lock yourself in one of the cells, slip these on, and maintain no matter how many times they ask that we forced you to help.
Don't tell me how to lie. It's one of the best things I do.
You are a real pain in the ema.
He's trying to help her out, but she's like, "Yo, I'm one of y'all. I'm one of y'all."
Well, it's a Jerry Springer kind of family. But for what it's worth, Sam, you are family.
Oh, family.
Have you come up with a name for her offspring yet, in case something happens?
That it remains my honor to name her son a strong name that he will bear proudly.
Okay, man. Big bad Aaron crying.
Allow me to make a case for my value in these negotiations, Your Highness.
Oh, no.
The moment Crichton is in custody, he's
Scarring
ordered your
half-breed.
execution to show everyone what he thinks of traitors.
Oof. I think you made a bad mistake there.
Given provocation, I will shoot him in such a way that he still is able to answer all your questions.
Whatever your reaction, don't let it include weapons fire.
Christ is gonna be with him. Yep. Yep. Shoot him! Shoot him!
As you can see, I am unarmed.
See,
I'm about
I'm
to
also
put you in the
unarmed.
stomach. Ooh, I like them spare ribs. Oh!
Her own brother, a peacekeeper.
You knew, and you kept him in chains.
Damn. Shoot him! Shoot him! Yeah, that's wild. This is crazy.
What are you doing here, Christ?
I believe my best chance is to let the Hynerian explain my position to you.
You're letting Rigel be your advocate?
Right?
You're worse off than you look.
Mm-hmm. That's desperate.
Something went wrong. You went there to sell us out, Rigel.
You bet your shiny blue ass I did.
Oh,
didn't.
wow.
So make the most of it now.
Wow, he really was going to do it.
We've had our differences, but you've become someone I rely on now.
Okay.
I've become
They-
similarly affected.
They got really close, these two.
Hang in there. That's what it's like for us. Every day,
Yeah.
every second with you riding our asses.
Oh, man, he is so emotional right now.
Somewhere along the way, my priorities decayed.
Now, is he telling the truth? Is he saying that just to say it?
Flying ignition source.
Mm-hmm.
Force him to do what?
Theoretically, to turn and pursue closing range to destroy you.
And when they change course,
Moya has the time to get clear of the asteroid field.
Scorpius will not chase the transport, because there's one thing that he values more than his precious base.
Crichton. Is John gonna go on there? Oof.
I know no other way to thank you for what you're doing.
Never before the big game.
Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
If the offspring responds to our signal, take it into custody. If it attempts to retaliate or flee, destroy it.
What of Captain Christ and the other fugitive?
Insignificant. Dispensable.
Damn, just kill everybody. He don't care.
Why have you brought us here, Tiana?
Zan said we still had half an hour before the final batch of Lutra oil. I wanted to let you all know how much I appreciate everything.
Oh, that's nice. Showing her worth. She's the new one to the group.
I extend to you.
All right, good
I hate
luck.
this stuff.
Chicks love it.
Chicks love it. What was that?
This holds the holo image of your mate Lolan and your son.
Oh.
Make sure that he remembers me.
Oh no.
Heading Silkovector 9.
Toward our Gammak base.
Apparently, yes. I can engage the prowess
Until you
squadron.
bring me more information, do nothing, Lieutenant.
Ooh,
Could be Chris.
could be. Go ahead, hit some scans. Find out. 'Cause it's gonna be him. But you know what? That means that's good though. It gives him time to set up and get out of there.
Break position. Go after them. And notify the base. Tell them to expect to come under attack.
That's it's just one.
Do it.
So that's good though. This part going, plan is going well.
Please make sure the baby Leviathan understands that once Moya starbursts, he must stay close enough to be sucked along behind us.
Yes, I will.
Look, him plotting. Look at him.
You have chosen a name for him?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
It's Talyn.
Talyn.
It was my
Okay.
father's.
Ah, nice name.
How come I'm not afraid?
Fear accompanies the possibility of death. Calm shepherds its certainty.
I love hanging with you, man.
Oh wow. Shows them their family. Look at that. They're giving away their family, mementos and all that.
He's good. But we may have screwed up here. The transport should have hit the whole sea by now.
Woo! It did. Oh.
Offspring Leviathan, Talyn, has broken from Moya's side and is operating independently.
Oh no.
Ship deeper into the asteroid field where the debris is densest.
No. What is he doing?
Starburst!
But Erin's not back yet either.
I'm not leaving John and Dargo. Starburst, save as many as you can.
I believe that too is now impossible. Moya will not leave without her offspring.
Oh no. Wow, they're separated.
But I still can't get to you.
May not matter. Dargo's unconscious.
They gotta end it like that. Oh no. What? All right, that was the episode. Really good. Holy crap, I can't believe it ended off of a cliffhanger. Like the way it ended. But wow, so what happened? They see that someone left. There's a freaking transport ship heading towards the Peacekeeper ship because they're still there. They're still looking for them. They're still hiding in this asteroid field. And then we come to find out it's actually freaking Rigel in the transport ship heading towards that Peacekeeper ship. And he gets on the ship and he just starts talking to Christ. And then we see Scorpius. Scorpius is there too. He's not alive. You know, he's alive. He's not dead. But he kept the I forgot her name, but he adopted her and she's still on the ship. So, you know, he didn't get killed, but she's still around. She's still around, you know. So, we see Rigel. He's like, hey, I could, help you guys out. I can help you get everything, the Leviathan, Aaron. I can help you get John. And that's what Scorpius like, all right, cool. You know, that's what I want. Everything else don't matter. So you see Rigel, and he's like playing it up. He's taking baths, he's eating, and they're like, all right, you know, hurry up, give us what we want. And you know, so, you know, he's slowly using them. And then obviously, you know, with Christ, like he's in trouble. Scorpius pretty much took over. And so he goes, Rigel's like, hey, you know, he freaking puts his head under the ward and all that stuff, and they talk about like, hey, obviously, you know, you're in a bad problem because actually Scorpius is actually going to kill you because he's going to show that you're a traitor and kill you. So, you know, you think you're getting a deal, but you're not. So me and you need to work together. And because he's in a bad spot too, you know, he defied orders, he killed one of his crewmates and all that stuff. So he's going to get court-martialed and executed and all that stuff. So he's in a bad spot too. So they work together, and then we see them come back, which is crazy. Like they were all pissed that Rigel, you know, sold them out. Like, I can't believe, you know, he's doing this. He did that. They were trying to sit there and talk to him like, hey, come back. This is not a good idea. This is not, whatever you're thinking, don't do it. You know, he went there anyway. And then you see him come back, and they hold him up like, yo, what, you know, get off the flying chair. You know, they still think it's a trap because why did he come back? How did he come back? So they think something's up, and Rigel's like, all right, I'm gonna do something, and when I do it, don't shoot. And then we see Christ pops up, and it was a big deal. Definitely a big deal. And you know, everyone's pissed. Even we see Dargo punches him out and all that stuff because he knew that Dargo was innocent. He knew it the whole time and didn't do anything. So Dargo is pissed about that. Obviously everyone else is pissed. And he's like, hey, you know, we need to work together, and I have a deal, and I made a deal with Rigel, and he's gonna, you know, tell it, you know, all this stuff. So they lock him up. And while they're locked up, John is like super pissed. He's super emotional. He's talking to Christ, and they're talking, and Christ is saying like, hey, you know, I'm sorry. It's saying like, I obviously I knew you didn't kill my brother on purpose. I knew it was an accident, but I was just, trying to worry about myself and my position and all that stuff. And I just think, things got out of control type thing. And it's like, do you believe him? Obviously he's in a bad situation, so he can say whatever he wants, So obviously, they're still looking for him. They're hiding out. They can't starburst. The baby can't starburst. And so they're like, all right, well, we have to do something. We have to do something. They're going to find us. And once they find us, we don't have enough guns. The baby ship isn't, the baby guns are not strong enough. So we need to do something. And so they thought of a plan to have Zan make some bombs, and they're going to, use that and go towards the ship, and then use it to explode the ship and all that stuff, and they can get away. So they were talking about it, and it was like, yeah, it could work. And then Christ, I think it was Christ the ones who said it, but he was like, hey, use that against them. So pretty much the plan, now they changed the plan to use the explosions to bring it towards his base, Scorpius base, and have them go after that transport base, because we know it's going to explode. He don't want his base to explode, so he would go, and then you guys, starburst out of there, and then take the baby with you. But they were saying, well, obviously he only wants John, so that's not going to work. So they're like, all right, John has to go. And then they draw straws, and then freaking Dargo had to go as well. And then we see like this really cool thing between all of them. They're talking, they're showing like, hey, we're a family, Aaron and Dargo talking, showing like, hey, how much they grown. At first they were, at each other's throats, but now they're really good friends. We see freaking, even this will kill me, even John and Shiana, like, she was super upset that he was going. She was like, hey, you saved my life. She's trying to give him a little something, but he was like, nah, I can't do that. Can't do that right now. And then she kissed him. Gave a little tongue too. Then we see Aaron and Christ. They're actually on, Moya's babies. They're in the ship, and they're talking about how it can be controlled just by voice activated, and you don't actually need a pilot and all that stuff. And we found out that their peacekeepers were actually trying to have this done, like a hybrid between a warship and a Leviathan. They were trying to do this, and it just wouldn't work. And then Aaron was like, probably didn't work because, the collar that was on all the Leviathans, and then you're trying to have it just didn't work. Having a baby with a collar on, you take it off, and then this would happen. So that's kind of crazy. And you can see him, like, he's looking around. He really likes the ship. He really likes it. We even see Rigel. He's talking to John. He's like upset with what he did. He's like, I did try to throw you on the bus, but I didn't. And, now I feel bad and all that stuff. And like, John understands, like, Rigel's all about Rigel number one, but he does feel bad for what he did, So we see Dargo, we see John, they're getting ready to go on the ship. We see Dargo ends up giving his hologram thing of his wife and his son. Like, he's like, here, hold on to it. Like, it's crazy how they're a family. They're family. They're, giving away their, keepsakes to the other, their family members and all this stuff. It shows they're really, really as one. So they get on the ship. They start flying towards the base. You get in there. We see Scorpius sees the ship, but he decides not to go. And then they finally do the scans, and they realize, oh, John's on that ship. Let's go after him. So that's what they do. They start, taking the bombs and like arming them. And they see that they did arm them, and Scorpius is pretty pissed because he knows the plan. Like, oh, makes sense. That's what they know. I can't shoot them down, and he's pissed because he can't do nothing about it. So they're going after him, and which I didn't know this was going to do it, but we see Aaron. She's actually flying her ship to get them once they jump out, because I thought they were going to land and then blow it up and then try to survive, but they jumped out of the ship. John is in his spacesuit, and then we see Dargo. He only can last in space or for a few minutes, and then the whole plan was Aaron's just to pick him up. So she's trying to pick him up, but she can't pick him up right away because like the other ships are there, and if they see her stop, they're gonna know something's up. So she's trying to, do it. And then we see it explodes. Explosion is crazy. Holy crap, Zan can make a bomb. That thing just blew up the whole thing. Just huge explosion. So back on Moya, we see that Christ was plotting, and he disappears, and he ends up going on the freaking baby ship, which we see Aaron, she actually named it Talyn. Pretty much, I think it was her father's name. Yeah, her father's name, and named him Talyn. So it was like, okay, cool. But we see freaking Christ on Talyn now, and he's flying away, and he's about to freaking starburst on the damn baby on the ship. And they can't starburst, so like it doesn't know it yet. There's a possibility that you not be able to do it and stuff like that. He's like, oh, we'll be fine. And then while this is happening, they're like, hey, tell Moya to starburst too to get away, because obviously, we see Dargo, he's starting to, lose consciousness. So like, just get away. And Moya, and they couldn't, because Moya was like, hey, she doesn't want to because she wants to stay with her baby, and she wants, all this stuff. So it was crazy. John had to talk to Moya and explain to Moya like, hey, you got to do it. First thing is for you to get safe, and then we'll find the baby later, just get out of there, So they ended up starbursting, which is crazy, leaving them there. And then, we see Aaron, she still can't get them. And John is like, hey, it might be too late anyway, because Dargo's unconscious. So you see him floating there. You see the little ring that John gave Dargo to hold on to. He let it go, and it's floating like, oh, Dargo's unconscious. Aaron can't get to him right away. And then the episode ends. Holy crap. The episode ends. That's a crazy way to end the season. Oh, definitely want to get you to watch that next episode to start season 2. And I can't believe we're on season 2 already. It went by pretty quick, but really good. I'm really liking it. I thought each episode was going to be just on their own single episode, but I really like how these past episodes are all connecting to each other. So I'm really enjoying that. Really good. Yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you not? Oh, when you first watched this, were you pumped for this? Oh man, this is really good. I'm really enjoying it. Awesome. Yeah, leave all your tidbits and comments down below. Anything I didn't understand, also let me know. So yeah, guys, can't wait for season 2. So thank you for watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to see this full-length reaction, check us out on Patreon. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.